Oops, oops, my bad. My bad. I'll explain in just a moment.
Good morning and welcome to hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to seven, and the creator of what is going to be the number one most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I just did 5 minutes of today's episode, and it wasn't live on Facebook. Me and Michael spent some time yesterday going in so that we could set everything up to where we are now streaming live from YouTube and Facebook at the exact same time, which is incredible. We're going to be able to expand the reach of hashtag Rise and Grind. We've got the bandwidth right here in the studio to do it the right way. And so when we set that up yesterday, we did some private tests. We did some private tests on Facebook that weren't public, so nobody could see them because I didn't need you to see me testing. That wasn't going to add any value into your world. Well, I forgot to change that setting this morning. So the first 5 minutes of today's show was done in a manner where you could not see it and you could not join me. So I apologize for that. With that said, good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is Thursday, April 11th. Thursday, April 11th, 2019. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Thursday, April 11th, 2019. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most of this incredible day. And I got to tell you, I'm excited to do just that. Yesterday, we had an incredible day at the Lundy house. It was my son Fisher's second birthday, and my wife, being just the incredible human being that she is, she put together this awesome hot dog Mickey Mouse party. So everybody ate hot dogs, and my son had an amazing time, and the whole family all got together, and it was just incredible, man. I am so thankful that my wife, in the midst of having 6 kids at home that she homeschools every single day, I am so thankful that she takes the time to make sure that each and every single one of them feels special, feels important, feels like they're the only one. She manages to do that every single day in the midst of all of that chaos. It's one of her superpowers. It's one of the many things I love about my wife, Miss Leslie Lundy. And so yesterday was awesome. Having that party was great. She also made a cake from scratch that was killer, dude. It was absolutely killer. I probably shouldn't be eating cake because I'm on the Wakanda and I'm trying to get swole. But with that said, I can't pass up on one of my wife's cakes. Like, I'm gonna have to figure that out because, and right now he didn't tell me to, so I'm not in trouble or nothing. But I'm just telling you, when she makes the frosting from scratch, and it's the most delicious thing I've ever eaten in my entire life. So that was yesterday, but let's get on to today. It's pretty amazing, man. Another year rolls by. My son is now 2 years old, and it's just incredible, man. It seems like just the other day, he was just born. We were only, just the other day, we only had 5 kids. And now we have 7. And also seems like just the other day, this show, hashtag Rise and Grind, was just in its infancy, man. It was just a baby show. It was me in a utility closet with the lights on, and it was so bright. And at that point in time, I wasn't used to getting up this early in the morning. And now that's evolved to where I'm up at 3:50. That's right, Scott Simons. I'm up at 3:50 a.m. I'm traveling to come in to be in this beautiful studio that we have right here, and we're now live on YouTube and Facebook at the exact same time. It continues to evolve, and I loved it, man. I love it. I've learned so much. since day one of hashtag Rise and Grind. If you want to go back and watch those old videos, you can go to my YouTube page. I have a YouTube page. It's youtube.com/Glenn Lundy. And you can go back and see every episode of hashtag Rise and Grind that's ever been out there. And you can literally watch the transformation as the show gets better and better and better and better. It's awesome. It was just absolutely awesome. Now, so I've been learning a lot on hashtag Rise and Grind. Another place that I learned a lot was at Hustle and Grind Con. Hustle and Grind Con 2019 was amazing. The speaker lineup was absolutely powerful, and I learned so many things that I want to make sure to share with you guys this week. First thing in the morning, I want to make sure that we're all learning, we're getting inspired, we're getting motivated, and for those of you that weren't able to attend, I want to make sure that you don't miss out on the opportunities to learn that I had. For those of you that were able to attend, in case you maybe been in the bathroom or something, or maybe you missed a speaker for some reason, I want to make sure to share all of that info with you this week, and that's what we're going to dive into. Now, one of the people that spoke this week that I found as one of the most powerful people in attendance, period, was the one and only Liza Borches. And we had asked her to speak because she's just an incredible human being altogether. And she came out here and she over-delivered on the stage with some nuggets, some value, some wisdom. She shared some stories. It truly was incredible. And not only did I learn a lot from Liza on the stage, I learned a lot from Liza off the stage. And so we're going to dive into that today. But before we do, you know what we got to do? What song do we want today? What's this? That feel good? You guys feel that? I think I can feel that. Check it out, my friends. This is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button. Because I believe if we could change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you could be the catalyst by hitting that share button. This is also the part of the show where I want you to say good morning to me, and I'm going to say good morning to you. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, say what's up. I'll say what's up to you. How you doing, Carrie Lynn Carter? What's up, Liz Thompson and Scott Hulbert? How you doing, Janelle Griego and Miss Liza Borches? She's up in here. What's up, Brian Olson? How you doing, George Fleming and George Menendez? What's up, Liz Thompson? Did I already say hi to Liz Thompson? What's up, Mike Brockway and Cece Eberly? What's up, Marcus Stone? Wakanda! Naomi Bussinger's up in here. Jeff Baker and Archie. How you doing, Richard Pintrick? What's up, Eddie Gilbert? How are you, Eddie Gilbert? Great to see you. Tony Thorstad, Josh Smith, Casey Rossiter, Vicky Everett, and of course my man Josh David Perrin, how are you, sir? Sean Weatherby, how are you, sir? Whitney Wells, great to see you. What's up, Catherine Kegley and Robert Fuller? John Allen's in the house with his new dealership, killing it. What's up, Eric Willeroy and Faye Giles? Mr. Mike Stevens, Amy Bach, I love it. We're packed house here on hashtag Rise and Grind. What's up, Don Sankey? Dude, you guys are awesome, man. I absolutely love you. All right, check it out. So Liza, right? Oh, you're not supposed to be able to see that screen in the back, but that's all right. So Liza, I talked to her about joining us on stage, coming and speaking and sharing her story. And one of the things I love about Liza is she's very, very humble. She's in a powerful position. She's done some amazing things with her career. We can all look at her as a mentor, as a leader, as a very unique 1% human being that's done things a lot of other people haven't been able to do. And so I asked her to speak, and she was nervous about it, of course. She had never really done a speaking thing like this in front of a lot of people. And so she knew, she's like, man, I got one shot. I got one shot to go out here, leave my impact, make my mark on Hustle and Grind Con. And Liza went up there, man, I got to tell you. Liza went up there and she just slayed it. She just went up there and slayed it. She was nervous. Her palms were sweaty. but she was prepared. Liza was checking in with us a few days ahead. She's like, can you look through my presentation? She's talking to me and Lisa, and I love it. I loved her progression as she went from, oh my gosh, yes, I'd love to speak, to, oh, I'm kind of nervous to speak, to, oh, exactly what am I going to speak about? And what I love most is she was so prepared. She wanted to make sure to over-deliver when it came to value. She wanted to make sure that everyone in that room took something powerful away. And she went up there, Eminem style. She took her one shot and she slayed it. She absolutely crushed it. She's so powerful. I love it. So Liza Myers-Borches is the owner of Carter Myers Automotive. And if you were to describe her in just a few words, you could describe her as incredibly classy. You could describe her as incredibly powerful. You could describe her as incredibly humble. And you could also describe her as incredibly thoughtful. I can't tell you how many times Liza and I have been stuck in thought. Somebody had a picture. I should have grabbed that picture. Somebody posted a picture of Liza and I at the Hayes Hustle House, and it's busy and there's lots of things going on. And Liza and I are both sitting there like just deep in thought, trying to figure out a solution, which Liza, I still haven't figured out. So I still need your help. But she's just a very thoughtful person. She analyzes things all the way through. She takes the time to do so. And that's something that we could all learn, right? Sometimes we're kind of reactive. Liza's not a reactive person. Now, don't get me wrong. She can get things done in the time necessary to get them done. She can move with speed. She told that story while she was up on the stage. She told the story of how she signed a deal on a napkin to get a dealership, and like the next day, boom, packed up the house, and the day after that, inked the deal, like pow, moved across the country. She can move when necessary to move. She can move with speed, with lightning speed. However, she makes sure to take the time to think through the things that are important, the things that are incredibly valuable. She's very thoughtful. I just love being around her. I love spending time with her. It's incredible. And so today I'm going to share with you 5 things that this amazing human being who has, I think, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, I think she has close to 600 employees across all of her stores. I think I heard that right. And what I've also heard that's crazy, even with all of those employees, something that Liza does is every single employee gets handwritten birthday cards from Liza. She writes them a handwritten happy birthday. Can you believe that? The owner of the dealership, she's got 14 stores altogether. All of these employees, 800 employees, and they get handwritten birthday cards from Liza every single year on their birthday. Amazing, absolutely incredible. So we have a lot of things that we can learn from Liza. I'm going to share 5 of them with you here today that you can take away, practical application. You can apply them in your life. And the first and foremost thing that I learned from Liza, that I have learned from Liza, and I learned more about it as she was on the stage at Hustle and Grind Con. But the first thing that I learned from Liza is that owners always do more. Owners always do more. You see, Liza has a unique business. Her business is similar to the Green Bay Packers. Right? Her business is set up to where all of her employees actually own part of the dealership. They're actually owners. They're not just staff. They're not just employees, but they actually own a part. They get a share. They get stocks, and as the company does better, their stock does better. As they perform better and help propel the company forward, their financial situation increases as well. So they're all owners. It's very unique. I've never seen anything like it in automotive. I'm sure I guess it possibly exists out there, but if it does, I don't know about it. I've never heard of it. And to have it done on this scale is really incredible. But she's got owners, so every single one of her employees owns a piece of the dealership. And as owners, they take what? Ownership. And when we take ownership in something, the game changes. I'm going to give you examples for myself. The game changes. I now own Glenn Lundy LLC, which is hashtag Rise and Grind. And so as an owner, I've got my office here. And as the owner, I got to make sure that I take the trash out and make sure to clean up. And I'm the one that vacuums, and I'm the one that makes sure that, each of the bills are paid and everything's paid in a timely manner. I got to come in here and I got to set up and I got to do the AV equipment, and I got to make sure that the screens are right. And I got to make sure I don't make mistakes like I did this morning where I'm going live and I'm talking for 5 minutes. Like, as an owner, I take on additional responsibilities because I don't expect anyone else to do it but me. That's the mindset of an owner. An owner says, if it's going to get done, I got to make sure it gets done. Now, don't get me wrong. There's times where we delegate, we hire, we lead, right? But the mindset is ultimately it comes down to the owner to make sure it gets done. And so she has an entire team, 800 people that have that mindset. The mindset of, I am an owner, therefore it is required of me to get it done. Imagine in your business if you had 800 people with that mindset. Nobody passing the buck. Nobody saying, well, that's his responsibility, that's her responsibility. But everybody in the building taking full-blown ownership. How could you not win? How can you not win in a situation like that? She doesn't have to give that money back. She doesn't have to do that. She could run the store, pay people their salaries, and she could keep all of that. That is a massive amount of dollars that go out, that she pours out into her staff. We can all learn from that. We can all learn so much from that. Not only in a position where we're not in an ownership position, we can take the philosophy where we're going to think like owners, we're going to act like owners, we're going to perform like owners, even though we might not be an owner, and watch what happens to your career when you do that. Or on the other side of it, as leaders, as owners, as people in high positions, if we start to see if we can create situations for our employees where they can take ownership. And yeah, it might cost us a few bucks originally, but I promise you, you're going to get it back in the end. I love that Liza's company is set up that way, and it shows. It shows when you talk to any of her team members. They'll tell you they love working there. They love working for Liza. They love working for Scott Simons. Scott loves working for Liza. I mean, and when I'm around, they had a big group of people at Hustle and Grind Con. I'm around all these people, and they're in tears, and there's joy, and there's emotion. They're a big family that's moving lives forward. It's incredible. It's incredible. Second thing that I learned from Liza Myers Borches. Number 2, know what lane you are in. Know what lane you are in. See, I just kind of hinted at it a second ago. Liza has a philosophy that everything they do is designed to move lives forward. Everything. That's what they do. They move lives forward. They pour into their employees so they can move their lives forward. They continue to build dealerships so they can move lives forward. They serve customers with the mindset of moving lives forward, getting them into the vehicle that they need so that they can get to the employment that they need, so that they can get to kids to school, so that they can continue to move their lives forward. Everything that they do is about moving lives forward. That is their lane, from staff to customers to community. They pour into the community in an awesome way, in an over the top manner. She popped up in her presentation, just all of these different pictures, all these different people that they partner with, that they support in the community and nationally, with the mindset of moving lives forward. That's it. Every decision. Their employees know they get to make a decision. Okay, will this help move this person's life forward? Then yes, we can move forward on this. Knowing which lane they are in, knowing exactly what they stand for, knowing exactly what they do and why they do it is so incredibly powerful. Do you know exactly what you do and why you do it? Because if you don't, I suggest that you take some time and think through that. What is your lane? What is it that you do best? Why do you do it? And then you can start to make decisions simply based on that. Liza and her team move lives forward. That's how they make decisions. Does it fall in line with moving lives forward? What is your lane? What is your thing? What is your few words, your short sentence that you can say and that you can put into every single equation? Yes or no? Should I take this action? Does it fall in line with this? Yes, it does. Great, I'll take it. No, it doesn't. I'm out. Know your lane. They do a great job, a phenomenal job of knowing their lane. Number 3 thing that I learned from Liza at Hustle and Grind Con and beyond is that you have to invest in your people. You must invest in your people, whether your people be your family, maybe your people is your staff, maybe your people is your coworkers, maybe your people is your church. You must invest in your people. You must invest in your people with your time. You must invest in people emotionally. And in a lot of cases, you need to invest in people financially. You see, Liza brought a ton of people to Hustle and Grind Con. She brought a squad. She brought her whole tribe. She brought them all and she put them in hustle houses so they could get the hustle house experience of what it's like to break bread together, not just to attend a conference together, but to actually break bread together, to have breakfast, to go do the workouts in the mornings, to struggle together tiredly late at night. All of those moments, she took her team, she took a big chunk of her team out of the store. She could have said, no, I'm not taking all these people. It's going to hurt our sales at the dealership. It's going to hurt. We're not going to have coverage at the dealership. But instead, she said, no, I need to take these people and give them, allow them to have an experience that's going to help them grow emotionally, that's going to help them grow as far as their professionalism, that's going to give them strategies so that they can move their lives forward. She's an expert at investing in her people. You think the handwritten birthday cards are just to handwrite birthday cards? You think it's easy to write that many handwritten birthday cards? Heck no, man. But she understands that she has to invest time into her people. On an emotional level, her team, when she walked up on the stage, as soon as she walked up on the stage, I'm looking around and her team's in tears. They're clapping and they're filled with joy and they're crying, and as she's speaking, they're sharing all of her emotions. They're sharing all of that because she's emotionally invested in them. Therefore, they are emotionally invested in her. And when you do that with your family, with your church, or with your employees, or with anybody around you, when you put in that emotional investment, you receive an emotional investment back on the other side. And then people now feel a responsibility to perform and to win for you. They'll be there for you. And that's what we're building, right? That's what it's all about. Creating this legacy, living the absolute best life that we can possibly live. Man, I'm telling you, if you're not following Liza Myers Borches, do so today. She's incredible and she's growing. She's growing. Number 4 thing that I learned from Liza. I learned that you don't have to be big to be powerful. You do not have to be big to be powerful. Liza's tiny. She's this tiny little thing. But I mean, she's little, but this woman is powerful. This woman is fierce. Not just fierce in like a rawr type of way, but she's fiercely kind. You see, I've talked about it on the show before. To be kind is to be clear. And if you're going to err on one side or the other, err on the side of clear, right? Liza is very clear. She chooses her words when she speaks. She's very, very, very kind because she's always clear. She's no nonsense. There's no nonsense when it comes to Liza. She is the boss, period. Yet at the same time, she's incredibly approachable. She's incredibly approachable. You see, this is a woman who understands going all in. She understands the speed of that. So she has to be able to make decisions, make them quickly, and stand behind them powerfully, be able to back them up and defend the decisions that she makes, because she has 800 people's lives on the line, not counting the community that's on the line, not counting the church that's on the line, all the other people that she contributes to and that she assists. And she did it all on her own. Her parents owned the dealerships, but she didn't want the handouts, so she went on it on her own and became this powerfully fierce human being. Just, dynamite in a tiny little package. You do not have to be big to be powerful. You just got to be smart. You just got to care, invest in people, take the time, make the emotional connection, do the things that others don't want to do, stay in your lane, invest in your people, and make sure that you're always doing more, going above and beyond to serve in a way and on a level that other people can't even understand it. They can't even process it. That's the level you want to be at, where people are like, how the heck can this person do this? That's the energy level I want you to vibrate on. That's the level that we all need to be on. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be big. You don't have to be Wakanda, like I'm going to be in 6 months. You don't have to be big to be fierce. You just got to be smart, thoughtful, kind, clear, decisive, classy, humble. She's a beast, dude. I'm telling you guys. This woman is a beast. Last thing I learned from Liza. Got me all fired up now. Last thing I learned from Liza is forever be a student. Forever be a student. Liza watches this show. She's in here every single day. Or I shouldn't say watches, listens. She's out running. She listens to the show. She travels to things like Hustle and Grind Con and other events so that she can learn, so that she can grow. Liza's got money. She's got plenty. She's got plenty of dealerships. She's got a little plane. Like, Liza's doing well. Liza does not have to be in the store. Liza doesn't have to pour all this money into her people. Liza doesn't have to continue to build more dealerships and continue to grow. She's fine. If everything went down right now, Liza will be okay. She'll be great financially. She'll be okay. But that's not the life she wants to live. You see, as Liza is focused on moving other people's lives forward, she also understands that she wants to move her life forward as well. Because when she wins, there's a trickle-down effect, right? When she wins, everybody wins. So you'll see Liza learning. You'll see her here on the show. You'll see her out at the event. You'll see her constantly studying. You'll see her investing. Not just she invests in her people, but she also invests in herself. Liza joined Danelle Delgado. They went out to an island somewhere so they could learn for a couple days so that she could learn and grow more. She's already invested in the next Hustle and Grind Con so she can learn and grow more. She sends her team to 20 groups and is a part of all of these different things so that she can learn and grow more. She's constantly learning. She has not settled. She will not settle. She's not comfortable. She's not dug in. She doesn't think she knows it all. She flew, her and Scott came to the dealership when I was still working out in Paris. They flew in so they could spend some time with us so they could just learn. Are you investing in yourself so that you can learn? Are you taking the time to travel so that you can learn? Are you going to the conferences and the places where people can teach you things so that you can learn? Or do you think you know it all? Success leaves clues, my friend. Success leaves clues. And this powerful woman leaves a ton. You need to be following her. Owners always will do more. Know what lane you're in. Invest in your people, time, emotionally, financially. You don't understand that you don't have to be big to be powerful. and forever be a student. Those are the 5 things I learned from Liza Myers-Borches at Hustle and Grind Con, and just being around her because she's amazing. And so, Liza, I want to give you a shout out. Thank you so much for being absolutely incredible. It's amazing what you do with your team. I hope that you keep winning. I hope that you keep growing. I hope that you stay in attack mode forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, because the world needs more of you and people like you. So thank you for being amazing. You, Liza, are an amazing human being, uniquely made by the God of the universe to be the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. And you're out there doing it, girl. You're out there doing it. I love it. You're impacting lives on a massive scale, and it's absolutely incredible. I, for one, absolutely love you for it. I do. I absolutely stinking love you. You're amazing. So continue, all of you. Go out there, have an incredible day today. Have an over-the-top, phenomenal, fabulous, best day you've ever had in the history of the world. And if you need more videos like this, just go to GlennLundy.com. You'll be able to find them over there. Also, if you need some Rise and Grind gear, like this dope hoodie that I got right here, if you need some Rise and Grind gear, you can go to GlennLundy.com. Most importantly, come back here again tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m., would you? Because we're going to do this all over again on hashtag Rise and Grind.